Alright, everyone. I just came lack for prepared because I forgot to look up the name of this episode and stuff. Hold on 1 second. It's called Consumed. I think that's how you say that. And it's season 5, episode 6. And this is The Walking Dead. I know you can tell by the title, but you know. And then it came out on November 16th, 2014. Um, I don't even know what to think. They're going fall back now. They're going all the way back to when Rick kicked Carol out of the group. Like, they're going back to last season, which I'm fine with. But this would have been nice to put up maybe last season, because we know what Carol is now. I mean, it would be fine if they did like a little segment about this, but this is going to be like an entire episode. So pretty much this is after Carol had been kicked out of the group, after she had killed Karen and David, and she goes to somebody's house. I guess sleeps there for the night. Really nothing to mention there. And then she finds the prison destroyed. You know, after that big battle that Philip the governor and Rick and his group had. It's kind of all that's really happened. Not a lot happened so far. I don't really gonna say this is gonna be a bad episode, but I'm not really looking forward to watching it because this is like too far old. I don't know. It seems fine so far. This is something maybe they should have told us about last season, because maybe in the beginning, because pretty much what we I mean nothing. She didn't do anything really. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully something good happens from this. Okay, so now they're back in the present. I don't know if they're back in the present because they could still be like the present time, but the past, because we've seen what Rick's group has done since they've been gone. And we did see Dale come back to Rick's group in the end of the episode when they did disappear. So I don't know where they. I'm just gonna assume that it's later on. Dale and Kale are following that car that drove by him, and what happens is it stops, and they see that it's a police officer. So it's somebody from that hospital that Beth is at, and they know they have Beth. And actually, a funny scene was as Dale was telling Kale a story about what happened to Beth, and during this he hit a walker, and then another car, no, the car hit the walker, and then they ran it over. It was fucking hilarious. Um, but then a walker comes up to them, and they kill it, and they run out of gas. They were running low on gas, and they need to find a place to stay for the night. And then they found a place. I think it was where Kayla stayed when Rick kicked her out of the group, and I think Carol said she'd take the first watch, and he's like, "Why? This place is set up pretty good." And then she's like, "I know." And then Carol asked Dale if he's ready to start over, and he says, "Yeah." And then he says, "What happens if I didn't show up by the call last night?" And she says, "I still don't know." And then they hear something, and it's a walker trapped somewhere, and Carol is gonna kill it anyways, but Dale was like, "We don't need to," so they don't do it. And then they wake up the next morning. Well, Carol wakes up the next morning, and I think Dale burned that walker that she wasn't gonna kill last night. And that's really it. That's all that's happened. But I thought it was good stuff that happened. I was fine with it. And let's see what happens now. Alright, so now what happens is they go to the, I guess where Atlanta is. And they meet up some walkers, and Dale lights something on like a platform on fire, and and distracts the walkers so they can go to it, and he kills one of them on the way because they spotted him. And then they go into a office building, and this was just so weird. There was some walkers in body bags squirming, and they killed them. And then they see they go to this place, and when Dale says they need to start over, he means like start over for the greater good, make the world a better place. And then he talked about when they saw what that world looked like. It's like, wow, this is what the world looks like now. This is what the world is now. So then Dale sees something. Oh, and Carol says he's about to tell Dale about the girls, which he had a flashback of earlier. And he finds something in the he looks in the like the telescope of the rifle, and he finds, I don't even know what it's called, so I'm gonna look it up. It was in a garage too. And there was some walkers and tents. And there was a van, a white van over the edge. And I guess they're gonna go to it. And then they find Noah. You know, when they slide out that door, Noah's right there, and she took Kayla's rifle and takes Dale's crossbow. Now I don't know if Noah was back in. I think this is still the present, so I think this is after Noah left the hospital, and he lets out the walkers from the tent because they didn't kill them, and they still had some weapons, but it's not a lot. Dale has a knife, and Kayla, I believe, has a pistol that only has 3 bullets now, and Dale was like, "Why didn't you kill him? You know, why didn't you let me shoot him in the leg?" And Dale was like, "He's just a kid. We're gonna get our weapons back. Don't worry." And then Kayla says, "The reason why I left is because I couldn't refuse to see to see our people die anymore. I don't want people to die. I'm not gonna sit around and watch it." And then she says, "I don't know if I believe in heaven or God anymore, but I know for a fact I'm going to hell, and I'm gonna go down swinging." And I thought that was good stuff. So we got to see Noah again. So I don't know. I didn't think we were gonna see this guy again, but well, I think I had a feeling we were, but I wasn't exactly sure. But I'm glad we got to see this. This was pretty good stuff. Let's see what happens now. Okay, so what happens now is they find the white van, and it's like hanging off the bridge, and a bunch of walkers are starting to come, so they get in, and I guess they think they can get out without having to fight their way through, but they have to, and they tried to, but there's too many of them, so they can't. So they get in the van, and what happens is they buckle up, get in the van, and the walkers tip the van off the bridge, and the van gets crushed, and no one got hurt, which was a weird thing. And then afterwards, one of the walkers just falls off with the van. It was hilarious. And then one of them's still alive, and then they walk off. That's all that happened. I thought this was a good scene. It was awesome, and to see that van fall, and it was good stuff. So let's. I know this isn't very long, but that's all that really happened. So let's see what happens now. All right, it took me forever to finish this part because I got trapped on the phone. Somebody decided to call. So now what happened? I forgot to mention earlier in the episode. It showed a flashback after Carol had burned down. Karen and David's. After she killed them and burnt them. It showed that at the prison. So they drink water, and they're gonna watch the hospital now to see what's going on there, any suspicious activity, and they start watching. And Dale asked, "How was I before? Like, what did you think of me before? Since it's a new scout." And she said that Dale went from being a kid to now being a man. And Kayla said that she was always weak. That her and Sophia ended up staying at what do they call those things? Like not a foster home, but an orphanage. And then she went back to Eddie, and Eddie would always beat her up. And she said that at the prison, that's how she should have been all along. She should have been as strong as she was at the prison. And then they hear someone come in, and you can see where this is going. I had a feeling there was going to be him, first walkers start coming in, and they kill him. And Walker actually fell into Carol, and Dale kills him, and he goes to get and he attacks Noah, and tips a shelf on him, and takes a cigarette from him, and this guy's pretty much gonna die. There's a walker about to come in the door, and Carol wants him to save him, but Dale's like, we almost died because of him, and Carol's like, but we didn't. And he's like, we don't owe him nothing. So then the walker's about to eat Noah, but then Dale shoots him in the head with the crossbow. And that was and then I went to commercial. So I thought this was awesome stuff. Sorry if I didn't cover everything, but I got stuck on the phone, so my memory's a little below. But I thought it was some pretty good stuff. Alright, so now it shows a flashback of Carol, and she's walking back from Terminus after she had destroyed it, and then it cuts to the present time, and Dale had taken one of Noah's cigarettes, and he was smoking them, and they help him out of the shelf, and they find out Beth's at that hospital, and they find out the hospital are coming to find them since they heard that gunshot, and they're gonna go get Beth, and Noah's leg is hurt, so it's not going well for him already, and then when Carol goes out there, she gets hit by the car, and Dale tries to go save her, and Noah said, no, they can help her, they can fix her, they have resources and stuff, they can fix her, which he has a point about. And so they take her, and Dale didn't like that. So then they said they have guns and resources, and so do we. So they're gonna go save Beth and Carol. And then he takes like a dumpster truck and drives, and he's going to the hospital. So I can't wait to see what happens now. With Dale and finally going to the hospital, I expect this big confrontation, and I can't wait to see it. And overall, I thought this episode actually ended up being pretty good. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I thought it was going to be a lot of flashbacks from Carol, but it wasn't. They say this was in the present, but it totally wasn't. I mean, Carol wasn't even at the hospital. This is like a flashback. Really. It's really a flashback. I'm not going to lie. So now we know how Carol got to the hospital because she got hit by the car. Now I don't know if they did that. I don't know if those police officers did it on purpose or what, but we'll find out. I mean, something tells me these police officers aren't as good as they say. I mean, we know that already pretty much, but something tells me that Beth's accident wasn't an accident. So we're gonna find out what happens there. I can't wait to see what happens. So that's pretty much it for my review, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be back to review the next one in a few minutes.